They might have a plastic pitch, but they've not got any plastic fans. In fact, they've barely got any fans, but it doesn't matter because Livingston, they're back in the top flight of the Scottish football pyramid. Welcome back, guys, to Folk Football. And Livingston have done it. They've went to Dingwall. It was a long journey, but I'm sure the journey back will feel like 2 minutes, or maybe it'll feel like 20 days. I'll be partying all night long. The busloads of fans, or should I say the car of fans,
the boot,
the four fans and the one in the boot that made the journey to Dingwall. But either way, look, Livingston, what a job they done tonight. I thought they were the better team in the first leg. I thought they were unlucky not to lead it, and I just feel like they were the far superior team tonight as well. Even when Ross County went 2-0 up, I couldn't help feel that Livingston had been in control of the game. They had a shitload of corners, albeit they couldn't really do anything with them. But you felt like Livingston, it was against the grain. See it 2-0, didn't like? You felt like Livingston were hard done by. And I'll be honest, at 2-0, I thought Ross County should have been able, even though Livingston were on top and Livingston were the team threatening and pushing for goals and looking more likely to score, you just feel like at 2-0, Ross County should have maybe seen out the game.
No, you're right. There's no real excuse when you're 2-0 up.
This is the Premiership team against the Championship team at home with a 2-0 advantage.
Yeah.
I don't think they should have let it slip.
I think they concede 4 goals in 50 odd minutes is pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, without reply, not great. And but I tell you what, you look at Ross County for the past few months, they've not been great.
No, they've not. And you know what? I think what is this, the 3rd year in a row they've been in the playoff? You can't keep doing that. 1 year. Well, I mean, we've seen it 2 years ago with Partick. They should have been doing.
Yeah, they should have been doing that year. They got a lifeline, and there was no lifeline tonight.
That's the problem, though. I'd rather Partick go up than Ross County those years ago. Not to... Yo, Livi are ripping up their pitch, right? And apparently it's going to be a grass pitch. I like that. But I think there's bigger problems with Livi than the pitch. The fans. That's the biggest problem for me. I like Martindale. Hell, I like a few other players, but... It's like you see that game, you seen it on Thursday there, right? The first leg at the home of the Set Fair Arena. Well, did any of them get a fare to the arena? Because, I mean, there was no cunt there. I mean, it's fucking embarrassing. Is it yellow?
The entire stand behind the goals just completely empty. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They won the night. Nisbet and Hale put Ross County in front, but Livingston replied through Smith, Wilson, Muirhead, and Yenge in the 96th minute to secure the win. Great performance for Livi. Deservedly so, went up, in my opinion. It doesn't feel that fresh because, to me, I just associate Livingston as a Premiership team.
No, I do as well. I mean, what do you think Falkirk would have rather? Do you think Falkirk would rather Livi go up?
Aye.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. I mean, as for Ross County, I mean, as shit as I think it is Ross County going down because we'd all prefer them than Livi, right? Dingwall over Livi.
I tell you what, though, the Championship's going to be competitive next season.
It's going to should be a 2-horse race, though.
St Johnstone and Ross County will both be looking to win that, and then you've got your other clubs, your Partick Thistles who want to be up there, your Dunfermline who are looking to keep Neil Lennon, and I expect they'll be spending some money.
That's the problem, though, for Ross County or St Johnstone. They would expect to go down and go straight back up, but the other one could just get stuck in the endless loop now of years in the Championship.
Yep.
So we'll see how that goes. But in terms of the goals, I thought Muirhead's goal was pick of the bunch, top bins, top left, good night, phenomenal. I mean, the second Ross County goal was horrific goalkeeping for Livi. I mean, it was awful for them giving it away in the first place, but Ronan Hale, he made it 2-0, and as we've touched on, man, see, once you make it 2-0, you should never be conceding 4 goals, man, because it's not a case of Ross County are 2-0 up, but the tie's level. I mean, they're 2-0 up in this game, you know what I mean, and the aggregate was well and truly in their favour, so I don't really understand it, to be honest, but like we say, Livingston, good goal for Smith, good goal for Wilson, top bins from Muirhead, and then, last kick of the game, Yenge makes it 4-2 just to wrap it up. Davie Martindale and the entire backroom staff and the 3 fans of Livi ran onto the pitch.
Big pitch invasion, not much in invasion, but They made it onto the field, and I believe this is the 4th time in 11 years now that we've seen 2 teams come up. And every time a team has came up for the playoffs, it's been the team that's finished second. We're still yet to see a team finish further 4th in the playoffs and earn promotion. So, yeah, I think that's telling, the fact that in 11 years we've never seen a team finish further 4th come up.
Too much hoops to jump through. That's what it is, man. Yeah. It's too many games. It is. We see Partick. I mean, they fell apart against Livi, right? But they were dealing with like 12, 13 fit players. It needs to be fairer. And we've touched on it before. It's like, yeah, by the time it gets to the end of the season, the Premiership's got a few more match days to go and the rest of the leagues are wrapped up. But what you do with that is that the lower leagues just don't play through a couple of international breaks and they'll be even by the end.
Absolutely. Anyway, Livingston get the job done, 4-2 on aggregate. I predicted them to win this tie tonight. I went with 2-1, so I was missing a few goals for sure, but I mean overall, I don't think there can be any complaints. I think Livingston were the far superior team over both legs.
What about Dan Cowie then? Will he be away?
Don Cowie, I think you mean?
Dan. Don.
The
Don.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say so. His run of form to end the season wasn't great. Honestly, even if he kept Ross County up, I think you could make a case.
It could have been like Tony Docherty.
I think you could make a case for moving him on, but the fact that he's took them down now, I think that Ross County will be looking to come straight back up, and I wouldn't be surprised if the county owner believes that the best chance of doing that is with a new manager, and we could be once again looking at another club in Scotland, another job that opens up. So we're currently, you got Rangers, Motherwell, Dundee, Partick Thistle, all good jobs, and I think we could see another vacancy at Dingwall.
No, absolutely, and I mean, who would take the job? Who knows? I mean, you'd see in the odds, but
it's just that it's the run of form. It's not even the fact that he's took them down. Like Ross County at one point looked like they could maybe get top 6. Their run of form's just been really atrocious though.
Yeah, as we've touched on, every team in the league, apart from Celtic, has literally had like the worst form in the league. Even Rangers for a period, man. Like you look at something like away form, like they score like no goals, but it's like Hearts, Hibs, Aberdeen, Dundee United, literally all 4 of those teams, right, have had form in the league where they've been the worst team in the league. And you look at the same with St Johnstone, Ross County, Dundee. But obviously, if that form comes at the end of the start, it's going to cost you in different ways. And Ross County just completely dropped them off the face of a cliff towards the end of the season has essentially snookered them. But you know what? As much as we don't like Livi, Davie Martindale, what a manager. He's a character, and he's a good character to have back in the league, back in the top flight.
Aye, I'm looking forward to it. Livi, Falkirk up, Ross County, St Johnstone down. And I like it when 2 teams go up and 2 teams come down. I'd prefer that to be a permanent thing, but it is what it is, guys. That ends the season. It's been a good season, interesting season. And I'm sure next season will be just the same.
Do you think Cal McGregor's greeting about this one, or do you think he's alright tonight?
I don't know why he'd be greeting over it. Like,
I don't know. He's an emotional man.
I mean, possibly, but it could be.
Maybe he thought he was entitled to this playoff trophy.
Could be Don Cowie greeting him tomorrow when he gets his P45.
P45, it could be. Anyway, we won't be greeting, but that is it for this season. Till next time. Peace.